Alright, what's up guys? I'm back, and today I'm going to be showing you some of the tools that I use. So this will be part of, hopefully, a series. This is going to be the very first video where I'm going to be showing you the tools that I use for coding. I do use a couple different things, and you might be familiar with some of these things, others you might not use. So before we get started, I want to tell you that the main language I write in is Python, so most of the stuff is going to be Python oriented, I guess. So but it does work with other things. So number one is Replit. Now you saw me use this in my last video where I made the Python chatbot. That didn't work very well, but it was still kind of a chatbot, so we're counting it. It's a great resource because it is free and it is completely online. So I can go here to my REPLs, and a REPL is like its own file, I guess, its own folder. So each REPL is like its own folder, and then if you go, let's see, we'll go in here to the tutorial I made. And we go in here, and you can see that you've got the files over here. And so you can add a folder inside of your REPL, or you can add a file. And so on this one that we did last time, we've got the main.py. So when you click add file, you do need to do the .py extension, otherwise it won't work. I think you can do something weird like this. Let's see. 0.html. We're going to try something out. We'll just do p. Hello. And we're going to see if this works. Will it mess with the code? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So it doesn't look like that you can have a different language inside of a REPL that has a predetermined language. So like this REPL up here, you can see that it was made for Python. So it will only work with Python files, it seems. But there are a ton of languages. I won't list all of them, but if you want, you can slow down the video and read through it. But seriously, there's a lot of languages that you can use. Replit did just go through a renovation type thing, so some things are still being worked on, like this apps page, but it's pretty cool, pretty exciting stuff. So this is the first one. Like I said, it's completely free. You don't need to pay for anything. It's all online, and it has the IDE that will automatically check your code. So next, we've got Python, of course. So you can go here, you can download Python for whatever OS you use. I'm using Windows, but I wanted to show you guys that. So this is my Python shell. And like I said, most of it is geared towards Python because that's what I use. But you don't need to use Python. You could use a different language. Do whatever you want. But Python is also free. You just download it and you've got access to the Python IDLE and the Python shell, both of which are pretty awesome for writing your own code. There are docs to kind of explain how things work. And yeah, so, go use Python. Oh, and before we move on to this next one, I do want to say that none of the companies or none of the software in here is sponsoring this video. This video is completely unsponsored, so don't think that I'm making money off this, because I'm not making any money from this. Just doing it to show you guys what I do. So next up is Visual Studio. Now for me, I usually make, I guess we'll do this. I usually make mobile stuff, and I do use JavaScript sometimes. I've also used a little bit of C#, but I know I'm working on learning C++, but it's mostly JavaScript. JavaScript seems to be the easiest of the three. So you can download, Visual Studio Code. You can get React, which I'm not going to show you the website for React. I'm sure you could find it on your own. But again, Visual Studio is a free downloadable resource. It's really great. It's got a IDE. Here's my Visual Studio, and we've got an issue, of course. Sorry. So we've got all this, and I keep my theme dark because it just makes things easier. So there's that. Now to the last online thing is Stack Overflow. So Stack Overflow isn't necessarily for writing code, but it is good for finding help. So if you have a problem, you can go through here, and there's a huge list. And if you want to search something, so like say Python machine learning. I'm still struggling to type. Okay, so Python machine learning. Do that. And now it's loading. So, how's everybody's day going? Ah, there we go. Perfect. So, we've got this stuff that it found for Python machine learning. It's got all this different stuff. And as you can see, it's got 387 pages. So, it's got a lot of stuff. If you just, look. And I've got an account set up. I suggest you set up an account. That way you can, always have good access to it. Ask questions. Feel free to ask questions, because it's a community that is, made to help you. And the very last thing to show you is Notepad. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, Notepad? Really? Why Notepad? And Notepad is actually pretty awesome. So, let me see if I can move this a little bit. There we go. So Notepad here, we can write, actually, let me see if I can go back to here. JS stuff. I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I've done. So, I guess we'll use this as an example now. The example I'm going to show you, is actually, I made it following another YouTube video, so it's kind of fitting to show it. So how it works is you just type something, click send, and then hello. And I wrote it entirely in Notepad. So you can do like, man, it's been a long time since I've written HTML. Okay, so we'll just do JavaScript. But you can do document.write, or actually, hold on, let me see. If we do console.log, oh, now we save as desktop, or actually we'll put it in JS stuff. And when you are saving something like this, you have to click Save As, and then find a place to save it, and make sure you have it switched to all files. I don't know if you actually need to, but I always do that. And then don't finish it as a .txt file. Save it as a JS file, a .js file. So we'll do YouTube test .js. I guess we'll get rid of that space. I know I reduced that. Okay. So, save, and then if we go back to Chrome, open up files again, we got it right here, and we can run it, or we should be able to run it, right here. Oh, well, okay, that failed. But as you can see, you can write stuff in Notepad. I'm just not good at it. And then I think I do have a bonus for you guys, and that is the developer tools. Now, developer tools are kind of not shown off very much, but they are super useful. Now, it's less for coding and more for seeing code and how it works, because here we've got the code for Stack Overflow. So we can go to like the head, we've got this, we could change it to, look, I'm on YouTube. Right now, up here, sorry, I know you guys can't see it. Right up here, we've got, look, I'm on YouTube. Let's see, is there anything else we can change without breaking things? You can go to the script, and you can just look at the JavaScript for this. Now, a lot of this is going to be confusing. It's confusing for me. But, you know, if you look, and there are a ton of different things that you can use to learn to code, which I think I could actually go over how I learned to code in the next video. So if you guys want that, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and show your love and support for this channel so that we can keep growing. And I think that's it. So, bye.